As per the widely accepted notion, if there were a staircase to heaven, it's Harkidun. We did Harkidun trek in the mid of November 2020, just when the lockdown restrictions were easing up across the country. We took a flight from Pune to Dehradun by abiding pandemic travel guidelines. Had an overnight stay at Mussoorie before beginning our journey towards the base camp, which is 60 kilometers away from Dehradun. The following day around 9 am, we hit the road to reach the base camp of Harkidun Trek, Sankri. Sankri is 153 kilometers away from Mussoorie. It took us almost 8 hours of journey by road, which included halts for meal and some quick stoppages. Usually this region receives a snowfall towards the beginning of December, but this time it was going to be a bit early as predicted by the weather forecast. The imminent round of drizzles on our way to the base camp made it certain. Our driver, who was a resident of Sankri, confirmed that the upper part of Harkidun received the season's first snowfall a day before. Our excitement knew no bound upon learning that. By the time we reached our hotel in Sankri village, it was all dusk. The next morning, we were able to appreciate the beauty of this small yet picturesque village, which had a few hotels and shops providing all the necessary essentials needed to start one's hike. Interestingly, Sankri is also the base camp for other famous treks like Kedarkantha, Fulara Reach and Bali Pass. The trek is located in Garhwal Himalaya of Uttarakhand state, with its complete trail lying in Govind Pashu Vihar National Park and Sanctuary. The actual trail of this trek starts from the village Taluka, which is 12 kilometers away from Sankri. A 45 minutes drive on an unmetalled narrow road exposed to the valley on the left side really made our journey more exciting. One can spot different species of trees such as Himalayan Deodar, blue pine, oak, silver fir, spruce, chestnut, cypress and rhododendron in this forest section. Pristine layers of snow on the house roofs with a semi-frozen lake around made the first sight of Taluka amazingly beautiful. Taluka is a small village which hosts around 100 houses. Just beside the forest guest house, the trail descends into the river valley of the Thamsa and continues through a series of forests. On most part of the journey on day 1, the river stays on your left. After hiking around 8 kilometers of stretch in 5 hours, we reached Gangad village, settled on mountain slopes on the left side of the Thamsa river. From this point, one could get the first glimpse of Mount Swarg Rohini. Swarg Rohini derives its name from the Hindu mythology epic Mahabharata. In the final section of the epic, the protagonist Pandavas gave up their kingdom and start traveling towards the north in the hope of reaching heaven. The peaks are said to be the same stairway that was followed by Pandavas in their quest of reaching heaven. Out of the 5 Pandavas, only Yudhishthira, the eldest one, was successfully able to reach heaven. Legend has it, this is the only way one can go to heaven without actually dying. Another 2 hours of walk brought us to our first campsite named Pavni Gharat. Name of this campsite is derived from this structure you can see here. Gharat translates to stone mill in local language, and Pavni is the name of the village on top of the mountain behind our campsite. So the name literally translates to floor mill of Pavni. This mill runs using the force of water stream beneath and rotating the stones to crush the grains. After experiencing the sub-zero temperature and managing the sleep of 3-4 hours during the windy night on the first campsite, we started our journey to the next campsite, which was Kalkatia Dhar. Kalkatia Dhar is at a distance of 7 kilometers from Pavni Gharat. As we embark on the last leg of our journey of day 2, we reached Osla. It is the last village on this route, hosting around 250 houses with approximately 600 inhabitants. The omnipresence of wooden houses and structures teleported us back in time. Seemed like time had stopped. No more fast-paced life here. The whole vibe of simpler times is accentuated many folds by looking at the attires adorned by the villagers, including their lifestyle. After coursing through our journey via level walks, some descent and fair amount of ascent in the span of 5 hours, we reached an open meadow stretched across the left side of the valley. From this point, one could spot the Mount Black Peak, also known as Kalanag, and peaks of the famous Bandarpunch mountain. is our summit day as we are going to touch base at the top point of Harkidun Valley at 11,800 feet, covering 14 kilometers of the round trip under broad daylight, which really needed a good amount of effort. But thanks to the scenic beauty of river streams, wooden bridges, pine forest section, vast snow beds, and the sheer beauty of Harkidun Valley on the summit, makes one forget about the enervating journey and hurdles faced all the while delighting your soul.